Hello, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand new episode of Media Faye. Today, I'm alone. Today, I'll be discussing it not nothing. Not nothing, but nothing in nothing like in general. I guess nothing, just nothing in particular. Uh, I was talking a lot of things, but nothing just solo. I guess Um, I don't know. That intro is so much stuck in my mind. So stuck in my mind that I just don't. That I just don't know what else to do. My mind just autocorrects to that when I'm doing an episode. Anyways, today is the 41st Media Consumers. It's been quite a while since the last Media Consumers came out. I think that was back in June or like late May. I think that the last Media Consumers out. So very much uh something it's it it's something that's been quite that's been that we haven't had in a while, media consumers. So yeah, now give me a second. Oops. Now we are back at media consumers. This one seems to be a sort of long one, at least pretty long. I have almost 3 pages. It's 2 pages, almost full 2 pages of just stuff. Most of it is obviously gaming. This is from IGN. This is one of those big zoomers that actually hasn't taken that long to come out. It was supposed to come out 3 days ago on the 11th, but that didn't come to fruition, so I'm sorry. But yeah, no, this takes from IGN's library of some of IGN's library videos. Everything that was supposed to release after this day, September 14th, up until like uh, well, it was encompassed everything from September 1st to September 9th, right? Yeah, September 9th. Yeah, September 1st to September 9th. Those first like 9 days of September. So everything that was announced there, obviously, is supposed to release after the episode was supposed to come out. So everything you see here is coming out in the near future or in the very later future. So there's a lot of interesting stuff to talk about here, but again, there's also a lot of stuff that is kind of weird. Kind of weird to get into, but yeah, no, let's just get straight into it. We're gonna start off with shows. So starting off with something that I kind of covered. We haven't covered it yet. A gaming show we haven't covered yet. Arcane season 2. So I think so. First of all, we haven't covered Arcane yet. It was one of those shows. I'm not a League of Legends fan. I've never talked about it. I don't think I've mentioned League of Legends all that much. We might have mentioned Arcane when it was coming out. But we haven't. I've never talked about Arcane. I've never talked about League of Legends. I'm not a basement dweller. I never really watched the show. I know it's big. I think we will get to doing Arcane eventually. I want to go back and do a lot of those episodes on sort of on video game adaptations throughout the years, at least until like 2021, which is when we started doing the podcast. So I kind of want to do that. Maybe just like do ones that are coming up in the year. Maybe just skip all of that and just go straight into it. I don't know. There are a few that I kind of want to do, but I think we should do that like just from 2021 onwards, and not have to worry about any other video game adaptations from in the later years. But we just not do that at all. I don't know what we'll do. But Arcane is it's a show that looks interesting. I've never watched it, but it's one that people really did like, and I think I think what I've seen here looks cool. I've not I don't know what's going on. I know I have fans, and I know that it's been quite a while since season one came out. So I'm glad that we're seeing season two be a reality, be a thing. So yeah, I just think it looks cool. But aside from that, I don't have much to say. I can't really comment or anything. I like the animation. Uh, I like the style of the animation, but I can't really comment on anything else. I like the action. I like, yeah, like the basic stuff. Probably I think when we eventually get to doing Arcane, like doing an episode on Arcane at some point in the future, we will we will make something of it. But yeah, no, I think I think we should just sort of move on from there. Anyways, yeah, Arcane season two is coming out. It says here the season two is coming out in November, but I want to make sure as to when it's coming out. November 2nd, I think. Maybe not. No, that's let's see here. November. Everything says November 24th, 2024. Sorry. Um, Nothing says. Nothing says November 2nd. So yeah, no, it's coming on November. It is coming on November this year. So again, we don't know anything about that. But yeah, no. Oh, I forgot. Before we go into anything further, this episode is sort of dedicated to the triple release that's coming out next week. Next week we are getting in this order. Agatha All Along, The Penguin, and Transformers One. That's what the episode's main discussion topics are. So it'll take us a while to get to doing those episodes, mainly because we have a lot of episodes booked. I think I've mentioned it before, but we have all of September. I've already posted on social media. I'm sorry. We will get to doing it on schedule. All the episodes coming out, hopefully for this week and every week onwards, but no promises. That we will eventually. We will. You guys know September's schedule. I'm gonna post October as soon as we're done all those September episodes, and so on and so on, so on and so forth. But yeah, no, like we are pretty much booked completely until December. So Eli's episodes, like we will, like obviously, I guess all along the thing we will get to them when we get to them because they're gonna be ending then. But the movies are a little bit of a vague, a little bit more vague of like actual release date because maybe I'm doing them alone or maybe people want to do the episode with me. It's different, and I'd rather just, and honestly, since we have those episodes booked, I want to get rid of all those episodes from like 2022, 2023. We don't have any episodes before that, so just saying that we have a lot of episodes there. That all the episodes 2022 and 2023 we will get done this year and into January. I think I've already mentioned that before. Yeah, we will get to doing all the episodes that we want to do and all the stuff we have clogged in there. Yeah, I you guys don't really know what it is. If you stuck around for quite along for us, you might have remembered like a media buffet presents that was posted on Media Buffet bonus. But there, I stated that we would 2 years ago, I stated that we would cover certain topics, and all those. I think most of those episodes haven't come out yet. I'm pretty sure most of those episodes haven't been released yet. So yeah, putting it out there, we are. If some of those are from there, some of those from 2023. Like for example, we have not covered anything from 2023's DC slate, which isn't gonna take long to get to, to really go through. but yeah, just putting it out there that there's a lot of stuff from last year, from 2022 and last year that we want to get to, and we will get to as, as soon as this year's over. Like this year's over, and by early January, like mid January, we will have pretty much every single one of our episodes already recorded. Like all those episodes already recorded. We'll be seeing officially new content from us, aside from just stuff that we just kind of like all these episodes that we see right now are mostly new. Aside from stuff that we've mentioned that we, stuff from 2023 that we kind of carried over to this year. But from that point, you will exclusively see episodes that were announced in that year. You might see a little bit of a weird like difference. I might announce it later on the line of what we will do with that. So yeah, with like the January onwards. So yeah, aside from that, Transformers 1 will take a while, maybe December, January-ish. We might officially do that episode. There's not a lot of movies coming out that we really have to talk about. And I think the next movie is Transformers 1. It's Joker, then Venom, and then Sonic. Oh wait, Kraven Sonic. That's 5. And Kraven Sonic coming out in December, so yeah, we won't be that late. Yeah, a lot of the movies are, and we still haven't done Borderlands. I'm probably gonna wait until Borderlands comes out on like streaming service or something. I don't know. But yeah, moving on. Okay, until the actual discussion of Agatha All Along, there's only one other show. Also, we were going to show theme. Sorry, didn't mention that. All over the place. Haven't done a media consumers in a while, so. Yeah. Anyways, Agatha All Along. I discussed the trailers, the 2 trailers that we have right now, like the 2 official trailers we have right now, quite a bit ago, and my sentiment hasn't really changed. I'm excited for the series. It's something new for the MCU that we haven't seen yet. It obviously comes from the same team as WandaVision, which they made a pretty good show back then. So I have pretty much full trust in them to do something new and bring something fresh to the MCU, because those episodes of WandaVision that really that were sitcom-ish, those really were the best part of WandaVision. So I am excited to see where this show goes, and I think that's all I say for Agatha All Along. Just kind of moving on. Then we have the Penguin. The Penguin is also a show I'm interested in. Actually, I forgot to mention about Agatha All Along, but I scheduled it for like late November because I thought that it was ending in November. But apparently, both episode 8 and 9, like the final episode of Agatha All Along, are coming out on October 30th. So yeah, that didn't throw a wrench in my plans, but definitely. It definitely made it seem like, okay, now we're really talking about it Agatha All Along quite later than anticipated. But yeah. Anyway, the Penguin. Talking about the Penguin. The Penguin is a character that I'm interested in. We have confirmation that events from the Penguin that I've talked about, like, will this tie into Batman Part 2? We know it will. We know events from this show will at least carry on to Batman Part 2, or we mentioned Batman Part 2. Obviously, it's going to take a while for that movie to come out. About 2 years from when Penguin finishes, that's when we will officially see Batman Part 2 come out. And, that's also 4 years after last Batman movie. It was supposed to come out next year in October, but it got delayed. I don't know if we will see it get pushed forward. We might not. I don't really think so. I think I'm excited for the series. Interested where this goes. Again, like WandaVision, like Agatha All Along with Agatha All Along. this is the same team as the Batman, which is kind of cool to see this. To see like both. It's kind of cool to see. See both of these series come at the same time, and they both have to do like they're both made by the same people who made the previous installment. That's cool to see. But yeah, the Penguin looks interesting. I am excited. Like you probably seen when we talk about Tokyo Vice, and we'll talk about the final season of Tokyo Vice. I'm interested to see where this like this sort of crime or grounded universe for Batman. I know people aren't really excited about having a grounded Batman universe again, but I feel like it's a nice parallel to what we're getting in the DCU, because like sure the last Batman, not the last Batman, but the last Batman like movies that came out were grounded. They were the Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan Batman movies. They were pretty grounded. I'm guessing that they're going to take a little, with this universe, they're going to take a little bit more liberties with the groundedness of it, and do something a little bit, instead of just kind of fully grounded, something a little bit more sci-fi. I'm guessing that's what they will go for with this universe, instead of just being fully grounded like the original Batman, like not the original Batman, but like the Christopher Nolan Batman movies were. So yeah, I think that's where we're going with that. But it's kind of cool to see this because we will have the DCU Batman coming in, being in with the fold, and we'll see that Batman be part of this grand universe of like the Gotham monsters, Superman, all those other characters, Swamp Thing, the Authority, Creature Commandos, which is coming out this year, but we won't, again, that series we won't cover until it finishes in 2025. So don't worry about that one. Yeah. So we will cover that. What I'm seeing here is mostly just a little more grounded. Like we will be seeing this take on Batman being more grounded, more taking an interesting take with the villains and make them more grounded, and then the DCU Batman will be the more fantastical version of the character with a lot more faithfulness to the source material of the characters. But yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say about these two. Let's move on to movies. The movies theme. So first up is something that that's interesting because it's not an official movie. But it was posted on IGN, and it was also a movie that I was kind of following, which is interesting because I'm not a fan of this. Not that I don't like this game series, but I wouldn't call myself a fan of it because I've never really played any of the games. But Stalker: Shadow of the Zone. Now, it's interesting. I've always, Stalker's a franchise that interests me. I like the setting. I like what we're seeing here with the movie. I think it's interesting to have like a standalone setting, a standalone story within the universe. And obviously, it's a fan film. It's not gonna be. It's not, it's not the best CGI. It's crowdfunded. But what's interesting about this movie is that I was following it for quite a while, and I knew about it for quite a while because Wendigoon, which is a YouTuber that people a lot will know, actually is one of the producers of this movie. watching his videos back then, he always talked about this movie and wanted to do this movie, and now it seems like it's coming out soon. People can, I think, there's been screens of it or something, and people are. I think it's finished shooting. I think it's going through its like last stage of production. It'll probably release next year, from what I'm seeing. Yeah, no, okay, it's cool. We don't really talk about fan stuff. The last time I think one of the only times we ever talked about fan stuff was the FNAF VHS tapes episode. That was the only time we ever really talked about fan stuff. Maybe something else before that, but I don't know. I don't think we've ever talked about fan-made stuff, and we don't usually talk about fan-made stuff. It's just kind of not my thing, but we will. I think we will talk about a lot more fan-made stuff down the line, especially since maybe we'll run out of topics eventually. There's this series I'm watching called Crash, made by Boomerang, or I think its official name is like Blazing Boomerang or something. But it's really good, and it's based on Red vs. Blue, which in of itself is a fan-made series. It's like a fan series based on Halo. So yeah, we might cover that. I might not cover Red vs. Blue, to be honest. I know it's not that big of a time investment. The episodes are really short, but I might not cover Red vs. Blue. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe eventually I will talk about Red vs. Blue, but I don't know. I talk about Ruby, so you do something. Talk about more about Ruby strategic stuff. But yeah, just an interesting, like it's interesting. We don't really talk about this stuff, and if I'm overview it, maybe I don't know. Eventually, perhaps I will talk about Stalker Shot of the Zone, but I'm excited to see where this where it goes. It looks cool, and I'm interested in seeing how it develops. Maybe if it's good. So yeah, moving on, and I'm taking quite a lot of time talking about all these stuff, so maybe I'll try to speed it up. Maybe I don't know, probably not. Next up is Smile 2. So Smile 2 is I think kind of not necessary. It's a movie that looks to be very similar to its original, to the original film. What else? I like. I guess I could say I like the fact that we're seeing different perspectives, like different people dealing with this demon. I think it's a demon. From this universe, from this in this universe, in this world. But I don't know. It just kind of seems like it's the same thing, done the same without really any changes. Like it's just this person being haunted by this demon that smiles and does things. I don't know. It seems like the same thing. I think it would have been cool to see something a little bit more original. I like the idea of going with different people experiencing the same demon. No, I think that's a really cool idea. But I don't know if we will ever really see that. See that. Maybe it's just riding off the coattails of the original film instead of it actually trying to be something original. That might just be the case. I have no idea. Yeah. I think that's all I gotta say. Smile 2 is coming out on October 18th, 2024. Next up is a movie it's with a title that I don't think I'd ever say. This is a really weird movie. Night Bitch. So, Night Bitch is a film about what I'm guessing is supposed to be like a single mother having a mental breakdown or something. Like having like a like just like having a like a midlife crisis, and she starts thinking she is a dog. And that's why he calls herself Night Bitch, and like that's why. Why? What? I could see this. Okay, I could see this being like a this. I'm not saying that this is something that doesn't happen in real life. There are people who definitely do this. Sure, they're weird, but like it's something that they do. Like it's something that happens. Like meant that like it can happen. I mean. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that if this was based on a real life story, I don't think I'd be against it. Actually, like a person like this heavily documented person who does like who had this sort of like crisis when they eventually thought they'd become a dog. I guess. But if this is cooked up in the brain of somebody that's not based on any reality, I'm gonna ask, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't think this is a movie that. But the thing is, it's a movie that people not only like that wasn't only scripted, which is I guess fine that people can think about it, but it wasn't only scripted, wasn't only thought like film, it was approved. And I'm just asking why? Like, who's this movie for? It's apparently like a comedy or something. And I just don't see the comedy part of it. It's just kind of weird. So yeah, anyways, Night Bitch is coming out December 2024. What the fuck? Next up is The Apprentice. Apparently this is a movie about Donald Trump, and obviously Media Bay is not the place for politics. That's not what our audience came here to watch us whine about and talk about. They want us to talk about movies, TV shows, and video games, music, whatever, all that. Media, like entertainment. That's what they came here for, not politics. So it's a movie about Donald Trump. Cool. It's a person that eventually would get like a biopic about him because he's a pretty influential figure today. He's a pretty big figure today. He's a pretty big figure today. And it would have happened eventually. But I'm guessing this is going to be like his rise to be who he is now, like or like who he was in the 90s. I know he's a pretty big figure back in the 90s and stuff. Obviously, I think an entrepreneur. So it's interesting to see this, at least I think. So yeah, who I guess maybe I don't know. Again, not gonna find on him as a person because that's not our place. But yeah. Anyway, The Apprentice is coming out October 11th, 2024. Next up is Megalopolis. It's always weird when I say that word because I think there's an extra. My brain always thinks there's an extra O in there when there isn't. It's Megalopolis. My brain thinks that I'm saying an extra O when I'm not, and there isn't one. So I'm always thinking it's Megalopolis, Megapolis or something. I think that's what my brain thinks. It's like Megapolis, because I'm saying Megalopolis, it sounds like I'm saying three O's instead of two. I don't know. My brain's weird. Okay, Megalopolis. It's an interesting concept for a movie. I think it can be really executed really well. There's sort of like this person who wants to make the perfect city. I think that's what it's gonna be. It reminds me a lot of Night City with Cyberpunk, and especially these sort of mega buildings that are in there, like just kind of like little cities or little towns inside of buildings. That reminds me a lot of that when I think of Megalopolis. But, I'm thinking like how the person the person who made Night City wants to make the perfect city, obviously in Night City, in Cyberpunk, and that didn't happen, obviously. But I think it's an interesting concept for a movie. I think there's a lot of things you can do with that, and other people who want to oppose that and get in the way. There's a lot of interesting ways you can take this movie. I think this person that is directing it looks to be like a very artistic director, so he could definitely go on and do that. So yeah, I think this movie is definitely gonna be at least good. I think this movie will be good, or at least thought provoking, maybe even a little bit deep, obviously. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this movie turns out. I think we covered Megalopolis earlier in the podcast, and I think it had release date back then. But yeah, I think we talked about it back then. I don't know what my stance on it was. But yeah, I think it's a really cool concept. So yeah. Anyways, Megalopolis is coming out September 26th, 2024. Next up is Wicked. So Wicked is actually, I know I've been kind of bashing on it a little, because I'm just thinking, what's the point of doing a Wizard of Oz? Uh, what's this? The character's name? Witch of the West origin story based on kind of nothing. But then I've actually found that it's based on a musical, and still, my my criticisms of the movie go back to the musical, because I don't think there's really a big point of having Wicked Witch of the West origin story in a musical. But since it's based on a musical, and I don't know if the musical is good. But if it is good, that puts a little more faith in this movie to be better. Obviously, adaptations can still be bad, and I don't know if this is really going to be there. But being a musical is, it being based on a musical, I think it's something very interesting to see. Again, musical-based movies haven't had the best time in Hollywood in the theaters right now. Yeah, I think this movie could be good. Actually, like maybe it is. I still don't really see the point of it, because it's based on a musical, and I don't know. I like Jeff Goldblum as like the Wizard of Oz. I think that's cool, and obviously, it's interesting. It's interesting to see this world that dates back way long ago be brought into the modern era of film, where kind of, at least for a good while, the Wizard of Oz movie was kind of untouchable. It was a movie that's kind of untouchable until I think Sam Raimi did Oz. I think it was. Oz, the Great and the Powerful. Is that what I'm talking about here? Was it made by Sam Raimi? It was made by Sam Raimi. Oz books? What? There's more? Ozma of Oz? Well, that's interesting. There's more books about Oz? What? No. No fucking shot. What? There's more. There's 14 books about Wizard of Oz I didn't know. Were these ever adapted? Okay, but anyways, so Sam Raimi made Oz the Great and the Powerful. Based on Oz. That's just the Lost books. Okay, that's fine. Um, yeah, I didn't know that. So like, what I was trying to say is that that movie is kind of untouchable, at least for a good while. And then like they made the movie. There's more films. Silent film. All right, so yeah, what I'm trying to say is that the movie was kind of untouchable for quite a while. They didn't animate sort. What the hell? What are you talking about? Is this? What the fuck? Okay, there's an off. 1999. Yeah, there it is. Okay. What I'm trying to say is that uh it was kind of untouchable for a good while, and like in cinema until that movie came out, and then now this movie's coming out. So it's cool to see this officially coming with this like age. A lot of people don't really. A lot of people know about Wizard of Oz, but don't really remember a lot of it. So it's kind of cool to see this happen. But this movie could do good. This movie could not do good. I don't know. Yeah. And The Wicked is coming out November 27th, 2024. A movie that I know probably won't do good is The Wolfman. The Wolfman, I don't remember much of it. It looked kind of just like your generic horror film. This is again part of like that. This Wolfman movie is meant to be like following these adaptations of the Universal of the old Universal monsters, and then obviously there was supposed to be the Wolfman, and and obviously there was obviously Dark Universe failed after the Mummy. And obviously, Ryan Gosling made a pitch for this movie. What? So yeah, this person, Leigh Whannell. I'm gonna say Whannell. He made the Invisible Man movie, and then now he's coming up for this one. But the thing is that this movie seemed to have a lot more controlled production, and it's oops, and the line for the Wolfman isn't very good. It doesn't look very wolf-like. So I'm trying to say that this movie might be the next bomb, and after their Dark Universe was supposed to come out, it was it failed, and now they're kind of repurposing all the ideas they had for the movie, and failed miserably. It really the Mummy failed massively. So then all the things were scrapped for the Dark Universe. I'm guessing that they're trying to repurpose and salvage the things that they have for those movies into making them into actual movies, so they don't really lose money on that. But yeah, I'm gonna look up Dark Universe real quick. Dark Universe movies. There we go. Why is Thor the Dark World there? Anyways, Dark Universe. So apparently Channing Tatum was supposed to be Van Helsing. Dracula Untold. Russell Crowe, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I think the thing is like they set up a lot of it. Johnny Depp is just an Invisible Man. Are you kidding me? Dwayne Johnson as the Wolfman, you're fucking joking. Anyways, yeah. So this movie doesn't look very good. It seems like they're really grasping at straws here, trying to trying to salvage what's left of the original, of the original idea. But yeah, so yeah, the Wolfman just looks kind of like a generic movie, a generic monster movie. They're not really doing anything with the concept, and yeah, no, it's coming out January 17th, 2025. Kind of unfortunate, to be honest. Next up is Saturday Night. So, a historical movie talking about the origins of Saturday Night Live, which is kind of falling off, to be honest. And yeah, it's not good. Not good at all. You know, it doesn't fall, but it got popular for a reason. It did. It got popular for a reason. So I'm guessing that's why they're doing a movie about it. I don't fucking know what I said there. But it makes sense. It makes sense to do a movie. Apparently, very massive. According to the trailer, very messy production for the first one. 1970s. I'm interested to see where this goes. It looks interesting. A lot of these historical movies, especially with the whole like set in something a little more modern, is cool and in entertainment and media. Again, cool. Yeah. I think it looks cool. I think it looks cool. Yeah. Moving on from Saturday Night Live, that's coming out September 27th, 2024, to our final movie announcement and movie topic, and closing off the movie theme is Transformers 1. The discussion for Transformers 1. This has been reviewed, aside from IGN, as the best Transformers movie to ever come out. That's what they say. And honestly, I venture to guess that they're probably right. Animated movies, animated movies are always very good, better than their live action counterpart, a little less divisive. That's what they usually turn out. So now I'm guessing this will be Transformers Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, and we will maybe see other movies in this style come out later on the line, because it's so well received. Maybe word of mouth really helped this movie. It's in a similar spot to Bumblebee, but maybe it's a Bumblebee in Last Night, and Last Night 27 in back a few years from now, a few years from premiere, back a few years. So what happened with that movie? I think everyone kind of knows that Last Night bombed. Pretty bad movie. At least it bombed tremendously. Then Bumblebee came out in 2018, later in the year. It almost bombed, but it actually made back its money because it had a lower budget. And this movie is in a very similar spot to that, because we are seeing because we see that this movie that this but it's there it being like this, I mean, in this spot where Transformers Rise of the Beast came out last year, that movie sadly did underperform. People are, I guess, kind of tired of Transformers. Yeah, that movie did underperform, and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. It's not what we needed, but it's definitely a pretty good movie. So yeah, no. Thing is, it released in a tight spot. It was between Spider. It was after Across the Spider Verse and before the Flash. The Flash did bomb. That one was not a financial disappointment. That was a full box office flop. And the people who defend this movie are genuine morons. Again, like that movie bombed hard. This movie lost a lot of money. A lot of money. People didn't care for the Flash. And I think every single 2023 DC movie except Aquaman the Lost Kingdom actually made back its money, which is insane to think about. That this movie, I didn't think it's, I forget this movie actually came out because it's just kind of not there, and apparently a lot of people, not a lot of people, but they did make back its money. Blue Beetle did it. Blue Beetle, I think didn't make. I know for a fact. Yeah, no, this movie was a bomb. Again, Blue Beetle was a bomb. Sadly, it was doing well at first, but then it kind of fell off. But yeah, Transformers One is it's a very interesting perspective here. Like a good movie coming out of like a middling one to a pretty bad one. People didn't. So this Transformers One is like Transformers Rise of the Beast is a pretty divisive movie. Yeah, Transformers One is looking to be shaping up to be a pretty solid film. Hopefully, does a lot better than Transformers Rise of the Beasts and Bumblebee. Um, and hopefully, even if it's not, I hope it's a success because I want to see more Transformers animated movies, especially after like most of Transformers, you know, like most of Transformers media is in animation, so they can definitely do a lot of stuff. So yeah, I feel like this movie will be one of the better movies of the year. Yeah, I hope it does well. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I gotta say about that movie. That's coming out. All the main topics are coming out next week. So yeah. Moving on to gaming. I know this episode's been going on for quite a while, talking about just movies and shows and all that, and we talked about a lot. Yeah, I think games will go on for quite a little bit because there's compared to other media consumers, not a lot of them. So yeah, and there's nothing to really talk about. So yeah. Actually getting into it, the first game we'll be talking about is Copycat. So this game looks interesting. It's story, it's one of those very story-driven games. Talking about talking about being a little bit deeper in its narrative, and it's about a cat. Getting replaced after the owner's previous cat. Oh no, it's about an owner getting a cat to replace their an identical cat to replace their previous cat that went missing, and you play as the cat and as the replacement cat, and you find and throughout the journey you find the cat that got replaced and all that. So yeah, I guess it's a cool enough, like it's an interesting enough narrative, but no, I think it's much more of an experience than an actual game, like an interactive movie thing. I don't know, like these games are interesting to play through, and I do like them. But yeah, aside from that, I am not really gonna talk about this anymore. Just kind of it's an interesting concept, and I do see the appeal of it. But yeah. Anyways, Copycat is coming out September 19th, 2024. Next up is Bleach: Rebirth of Souls. It's an arena. It's another fucking anime arena fighter. It's another. It's another one. And it's another one. We don't need any more of these games. We don't. We really, really don't. We really, really don't need any more of these games. We just it's not necessary. All these games bomb. I think this game's getting more content afterwards. Uh, Most of the games are terrible. They're not good. Um, so yeah. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't with these doing these like over and over and over again. I'm guessing it's because Bandai Namco needs a reason to keep these franchises in their possession to at least have the game license there, so they keep doing these. You know, I don't know. I don't think it's a necessary thing. It just looks like every other anime arena fighter that we've ever gotten. The only ones that are actually good are the Dragon Ball ones because they fit and they do something actually interesting because they're Dragon Ball. So yeah, no, I don't know. Bleach is just another poor victim in this wave of arena fighter, of an anime arena fighter. So yeah, just ugh. Ugh. Anyways, that one has no release date. Bleach Rebirth has no release date. Next up is Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Now, so I mean, it looks like I talked about in the game second. Yeah, okay. Like I talked about in the Capcom Next in the summer 2024 edition of Capcom Next. This was the best game in the presentation, and it definitely is really cool to see it here, and I do like it. I do like the game. Not much to say other than that. Like, it looks pretty cool. I like it doing some crossovers with the other Capcom stuff. Capcom really loves to do that. I do like what I'm seeing here. I'm probably not gonna get it, but I do appreciate it being that's a thing. It's not even it's almost like a remake instead of a remaster, to be genuinely honest with you. So yeah, I think it's cool to see this happen, but I don't know. I'm probably not gonna get it, to be honest. So yeah. Anyways, the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster is coming out September 19th, 2024. Next up is Hell Up, a game that, get this, showed an indie game, which, you know, you're gonna have to sell the game. You can't really rely on your image. Showed, I think, no gameplay. We only have an idea of what the gameplay is actually supposed to be, which is your mouse stealing stuff for your little group. Cool, I guess, but I'd like to see gameplay. Show me gameplay. I need to see what it looks like. If you don't have a game to promote, again, I've told this to many not told this to indie people. I've said this in episodes directed towards indie people. Show your game. Show your game. Show your goddamn game, please. Because it's impressive that there's just nothing at all. Yeah, it's cool concept, I guess, but I can't really comment on it because there's no gameplay. Okay, moving on. A rare, this is a rare one. There's actually 3 instances of this. A AAA game. Yeah, a AAA game. In media consumers, that kinda doesn't happen. It really doesn't. But yeah, no, we have a AAA game here. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. When that Zelda game, people are gonna be a little disappointed because it's not Breath of the Wild. Who gives a fuck, right? We need more. We need this style of Zelda game, really. Honestly, it's a cool concept of the Echoes. You can play as Zelda now. It's an interesting concept for a game. I like that there are different ways to solve puzzles and get and progress to the story. That's something that this salt like Nagala isn't really known for. Um, Even in Breath of the Wild, there's a lot more liberty as to what you can do. It's definitely still very linear in its style, where it's gets again and you can do that from the start of the game. It's just kind of getting there. That's different. Like, if it still, you just do the same thing. Like, you can go there, get some good loot, beat Ganon's ass, but you can do other stuff along the way instead of just beating Ganon's ass from the get go. But you can do that if you want. Yeah, in this game, there's actual different ways to do stuff and to progress, which is cool. Like, that's cool. So I do like what I'm seeing with Blind Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I'm probably not gonna get it. To be honest, I haven't played a lot of Zelda games. I'm not the biggest Zelda fan. So yeah, just generally that's my stance. And I think Echoes of Wisdom look interesting, but I'm probably not gonna get it for a good while. Maybe it's on sale. I don't know. Yeah, that's coming out September 26, 2024. Next up is Payday 3 Chapter 4 Fear and Greed Part 1 update. Long ass title. But yeah. So this game, I haven't heard good things about Payday 3. It's a game that kind of fell off, and cool that we're getting more updates. But it's been 3 other updates at least, aside from this Fear and Greed one. So cool, I guess, But yeah, no. This is cool, I guess. I don't know. Payday 3 kind of heist game, I guess. But yeah, I mean, just look cool. I can't really comment on it. I've never played a fucking Payday game in my goddamn life. I don't know if I'm talking about this right now, but fucking do it. So I can't really comment on it, but cool, I guess, that people are getting more updates. But I like to play Payday at some point, but it's just kind of not been on my radar for a good while. I have other games to talk about. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, the Payday 3 Chapter 4 Fear and Greed Part 1 update. It's coming out September 16th, 2024, which is in 2 days. Next up is Croc Legend of the Gobo or Gobo. Apparently Croc is a game that came out quite a while ago. And it's a platformer again, and it's one of those re-released platformers, and I do like that. Like I do like that we're seeing platformers from like the 2090s be re-released for those people that really played those games. That's cool. I like that. Obviously, can't really comment on it. It was a pretty short video, but it's cool to see this happen, and just really cool. Otherwise, really cool. So yeah. Anyways, Croc Legend of the Goblin doesn't really have a release date right now. So yeah. Next up is Altered Alma. So, but what is there to say about this game? Yeah, I don't know. Wait, I don't remember what this game's about. Okay, wait. So this game looks cool. It's kind of like a Metroidvania style game, and I do like those type of games. I like the art style of this game. But yeah, no, it just looks cool. I like the setting and all. Like, it's a cyberpunk like setting. That looks cool. I don't really have much to say about it. Yeah, I might get it if it's a good enough price, but definitely Definitely not like now. Yeah, I think it's a cool enough game. So yeah, if you guys want to play it, I think it's PC only, but there's a demo available now. If you want to, get on it, if you like it, if you saw the trailer and you like it, yeah. If I said we're a cyberpunk Metroidvania style game, or at least like a action platformer, go give it a try. Yeah, try. Anyways, next up is Mario and Luigi Brothership, another game that we talked about earlier, at least in the direct episode. And another AAA game that's here. So yeah, looks cool. I've always wanted to play a Mario and Luigi a game. They've always looked interesting. And the style of the game, it looks cool. I like I like the art style. There's not much I can say aside from the fact that we've already covered this game and they didn't really reveal anything new, to say the least, about the game. In this short trailer, really. So yeah, it just looks cool, and can't wait to see how the game actually turns out. Maybe we'll hear from Rack Comedy about this game. Maybe if he gets it. But yeah. Anyways, Mario Luigi Brothership is coming out November 7th, 2024. Next up is Deliver at All Costs. And if this is the game I'm thinking of, then I'm guessing it's a game where Jesus fucking Christ. It's a game where you're okay. It's a game where you're trying to deliver everything, and there's like you're a delivery person, and you're trying to deliver things in like the most wild situations. I think that could be a lot of fun, especially in co-op. So yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. If there is co-op, that's gonna be a big plus for a lot of people. I do really enjoy that aspect. So yeah, I think it could be a lot of fun. I think even then, just solo, I think this game could be a lot of fun. So yeah, I think this game has a lot of personality, a lot of humor, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, that's not really says from now, but let's just move on to A Quiet Place: The Road Ahead. So me going into this, I thought this game was another one of those games made by Game Mill, which is like the only one that's doing tie-in video games at this point. We had A Quiet Place Day One, which we talked about which I talked about earlier in the year. I think in August, first episode, for quite a while actually. But yeah, actually talking about the game, I do think it looks very interesting. I like that they're putting effort in this. It's not made by Game Mill. I don't think so. At least for now, it's not like published by Game Mill or anything. If you guys don't know what Game Mill is, Game Mill is the company behind that one Walking Dead Destiny's game that I think we talked about when it was coming out. Then they also published the Avatar: The Quest for Balance game, and also the Kong, or like Skull Island Rise of Kong game. And their most infamous game ever was, and this is the game that you might think, oh wait, yeah, no, that was like a one-off. No. This company made more games after this, and I mentioned it here. Big Rigs Over the Road Racing was made by Game Mill. Yeah. And if that name doesn't unlock any memories, it is one of the buggiest games to have ever come out, and it still is, because it hasn't been fixed in like 20 years it's been out. And that is genuinely impressive. Because there wasn't technology back then. And obviously it's gotten the reputation of the buggiest game of all time. So, yeah. Anyways, this isn't one of those games, and it looks like they're putting a lot of effort into the enemy UI and doing all the sound and stuff. That's just cool. Like it reminds me a lot of like that Alien Isolation game where the xenomorph has like this unique AI. I think that's cool. So yeah, no, I do like it. Anyways, The Quiet Place: The Road Ahead is coming out on October 17th, 2024. Next up is another AAA game. We've got, I think it's the last one for this for now. Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns. So this game, looks interesting. Mortal Kombat 1 we talked about a little bit when it was coming out. And Chaos Reigns is definitely a game. It's the DLC, it's the expansion for the game. We already know who's coming back. It's a Cyrax Sector Noob Saibot, which officially unites all the ninjas into one game as playable characters, except for Tremor, who I don't think should count as a ninja. He's practically not. He's really, really not. So yeah, but the DLC looks cool enough. I don't know what they're doing with the whole like robe bait. Not like, they're changing the robot stuff from being into like a mech, not mech suit, like a power suit thing. And I don't know what they're doing with Noob Saibot. But I don't know. Mortal Kombat 1 isn't the best Mortal Kombat game, I think. At least the story, this story could have been good, but it just kind of didn't. Like it was good in the beginning, where it was about just the Mortal Kombat in general, like a different like an AU of Mortal Kombat, but then it just derailed into a multiverse story, which goddamn did I hate. But yeah, just just yeah, just not a eh. I'm probably not gonna get this. I don't even have Mortal Kombat 1. I haven't played a Mortal Kombat game since Mortal Kombat 11. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns, for those who are excited, is coming out September 24th, 2024. Next up is SpongeBob SquarePants: The Patrick Star Game, and this looks at least somewhat interesting. It's an interesting concept, to say the least, to do a game about Patrick Star. Yeah, it's somewhat interesting, I guess. Like fine enough, but cool concept here, doing all these like a sandbox type of game. I think that's a very cool game genre for SpongeBob, especially with Bikini Bong and like exploring the city. So that's kind of cool. I think it's cool enough, but Patrick doing a game on Patrick Star, I think that's fine. I guess it's a goofy enough character, I think. So yeah, cool. I guess that's all I'll say. Cool, I guess. Anyways, SpongeBob SquarePants: The Patrick Star Game is coming out October 4th, 2024. Next up is Forgive Me Father 2 second content update. Yeah, this game looks cool. I like the fact that we're seeing that there's like at least in this game there's like different guns and all that, like different, like not different guns, but like different styles of guns. like I don't know. There's different ways that they made guns in here. I think the gunplay looks really cool. And yeah, no, just a really cool, just a really cool thing too. It's a really so just a really cool thing to have here, and yeah, it looks cool for people who really do like Forgive Me Father, and I mean I like what I saw. I think it's cool. So yeah, they got a fan in me here. Yeah, anyways, the second content update is coming out September 16th, 2024. Next up is Transformers Galactic Trial. Like, did not know we'd talk about Transformers twice this episode, but we did. I didn't even notice until now. Yeah, Transformers Galactic Trials. You know, looks cool. It's a game that I think it's our first like true Transformers game we had. We've had a little bit of other Transformers games, but I think this is the only one that really interests a lot of it piqued the interest of a lot of people. And I think it looks cool. I like the sort of racing stuff and then with some of the characters. I'm glad it's paid. I'm glad it's paid. I'm glad it's paid. So we might not see like pay to some like I guess pay to look good stuff in here. At least pay to like get some characters and all that. I think it's very. I think that's cool that we at least have that there. But I don't know. Just otherwise, I think this game looks very promising, and still probably won't reach the heights of the Transformers Fall Cybertron games. Cybertron games. We still don't have any news on Transformers Reactivate, so there's that. We're still waiting on that game to get anything. Apparently, it's been some kind of weird things, some weird development issues going on. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, Transformers Galactic Trials is coming out October 11th, 2024, and you can pre-order it now. Next up is Sand. Okay, so Sand, it looks like a mecha sort of thing, and that's fine. But I think the things don't really mix well. I think this game needs a little bit more cooking. It needs to cook a little bit more. It needs to have the cooks. Really, the chefs need to cook more with this game. It's missing stuff. I think it's just missing a little bit. It's missing polish. What else is there? I don't think there's much more to say about this game. I think this game is an interesting path forward, but yeah, no. Anyways, no release date on this game. Next up is Balatro on Balatro Mobile Port. So I know Balatro is a game that we kind of mentioned a little bit. It was in the Gamescom episode. And we're also it was mentioned in the Gamescom episode. Then there's then we had then we're gonna mention it in the next episode, which will be about the Nintendo Direct, the Indie World Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase that came out recently. Anyways, this game is coming to mobile, and that's cool, I guess. If we're seeing this game and people can play a little bit more to play it. I don't know if it's on console already. Maybe I think it is because the lot on Switch. I think it's on console already. Yeah, cool. It's getting to mobile. I think it's one of those games that doesn't really take much for mobile to run. So yeah, I think it's cool that we're seeing this game on mobile. Right, at least something. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Blocktrail Mobile is coming out September 26, 2024, and you can pre-order it now. Next up is the Plucky Squire. So the Plucky Squire looks cool. I like the concept. The gameplay is, like it's kind of like Legend of Zelda a little bit. I like the concept. I like the art style that it's going for. So yeah, no, I do really like where this game is going, and I'm interested to see how it plays out and how it goes. So I think a lot of people are very excited for this game. It's a very interesting concept, mixing 2D and 3D aspects. And, that's cool. That's cool. Genuinely cool. Yeah. Anyways, the Plucky Squire is coming out September 17th, 2024. Next up is Tiny Glade. This is a building game. This is a building simulator. And so this game, so this game is actually interesting. It actually interests me. I know I've said it multiple times, but I like Jurassic World Evolution too. I'm not the best at it because I'm not particularly artistic in my builds, and I would probably suck at building games with actual, I guess you would call it artistry. Like some games that actually have things that have things that allow people to have much more creativity, because I am not a very creative person, and I'm not. I don't think about stuff. I don't think about stuff that much. And this game looks like a lot of things, and to add a lot of things. That's cool, I guess. But yeah, no, I like it. I like this. I like this sort of type of stuff. But yeah, no, I think a lot of people will enjoy it. It looks to have a lot of creativity and all that, and I think that's interesting. That's interesting. That's good. So yeah. Anyways, Tiny Glade is coming out September 23rd, 2024. Next up is Core Breaker. This looks to be another one. Not to match it, but it's our second action platformer type game, and this one looks to have a little bit more of a different style. It must have Hollow Knight and all that. That's cool. There's different attacks and all that. I think that's pretty cool. There's a lot more customization, I think, in this game, so that's cool. Yeah, this game looks very fun, very interesting, and hopefully it does well, at least. That's, yay. Yay. Anyways, yeah, Core Breaker has no release date as of yet, so I can't really talk about it. Anyways, the next game I have to look up because I don't remember. Kill the Shadow. Oh, yeah, this is the game. Okay. So, Kill the Shadow is this game that looks interesting. I think it's the game where you get allied from a ghost, like an entity or something, at least. And it's like a mystery type game. It looks fine. It looks good. I like this type of game. I think it's interesting. It's interesting art stuff, like 2D, 3D stuff. Like it's a 2D game, 2D characters for 3D world. It reminds me a lot of Cyberpunk. They've kind of said twice already, but yeah, it's the best way to really describe it. It reminds me a lot of Cyberpunk, with this very depressing dystopian type feel to it. So, I do like it. I do like it. Anyways, Kill the Shadow is coming out late 2024. Next up is Star Miner. This game seems to be just Yeah, it seems it looks like it looks to be just like another one of those what do you call it like space themed stuff, like spaceship themed stuff, and you're going around making your own colony, all that. That seems what this game is. It's like a corporation that's not very good. But I'm guessing that you're not gonna be able. It's not gonna be like, oh, fighting the corporation. It's more gonna be like the corporation's right there, and they're evil, but you gotta deal with it. Kind of like what's that game? Lethal Company, kind of like that. Yeah, I think it's interesting enough. When I was watching this video, it reminded me like, huh, what happened to the other game, Falling Frontier or something? It was called. I'm very excited for that game, but that thing, I don't know what happened to that game. We covered a long time in Making Consumers, but I don't know what happened to it. So yeah, it's kind of reminded me about that. Anyways, yeah, no. Storminer is coming out in 2024. Let me look up what happened to Falling Frontiers. I think it's called Falling Frontiers. I don't think this is the game we're talking about. No, it is the game. It is the game. I just don't know what happened to it. 2023, 99% life like this game. That sucks. I don't think it came out. Yes, it's coming soon. Okay. There's that. Okay, cool. Next up is Pompeii: The Legacy. Stormlight is coming in 2024. They already mentioned that. Yeah, next up is Pompeii: The Legacy. It's a building game, but it's about Pompeii. Honestly, not really interested in this game. To be genuinely honest with you, it's just not really my type of building game. I don't know. Looks fine, I guess. They're them returning to Pompeii to rebuild it, but we all know that didn't really happen. I guess it's the alternate history stuff. That's cool enough, but I don't know. I don't really vibe this type of building game. It's just not really my thing. I like to have freedom in my thing, and I don't know. It reminds me a lot of like those mobile games where you're trying to like revitalize stuff, and it's just kind of ruined, and you have to wait. I don't know. Just I'm not really excited about this game or really interested in it at all. So yeah. Pompeii Legacy is coming out in the third quarter of 2025. That's kind of a long ways away. I don't know if they're showing anything about it. If they're gonna release it, if they release it between July and September. So yeah. Anyways, next up is Aether Dominance Wars, which is a game that I do also have to look up. It's like a grid thing. Okay, this is what I was talking about. I don't like these type of games. Really, these games are kind of boring to me. It's just not. It's a strategy game. I'm not a big fan of strategy games. To be genuinely honest with you, I haven't played a lot of them, or I don't think I've ever played any of them. So yeah, it's not really my thing. Not the biggest fan. Just really uninterested in this game at all. I don't like it. Yeah. Anyways, Aether Dominance Wars is coming out in 2025. Next up is City 20. This game was presented by somebody who is completely uninterested in doing anything. And also, this game looks boring as fuck. The game genuinely doesn't look promising. Like, it just doesn't look good. It's just kind of weird. It has an appealing art style. It just doesn't look good. And its premise isn't really that well. It isn't really that good. I don't remember what its premise was. It's just kind of forgettable, boring. Just not interesting gameplay. I don't know. It's not interesting at all. So yeah, just really just there. I don't know. Anyways, the early access for this game is coming out on September 23rd this year, and there's a demo available now. Next up is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. So this game, it looks interesting. It's kind of an arena fighter, but it's Dragon Ball, which means like it's going to be cool, and the thing is going to fly around anywhere, and the thing's being destroyed, and that's very cool. And I do like it. Apparently, there's going to be GT characters, Dragon Ball GT characters in this, so they're really pulling in from everywhere in Dragon Ball. That's cool. But I think it's cool that we're seeing, we're seeing this. So I think it's an interesting enough. It's an interesting enough uh, game, and it looks cool. And I'm really glad they're putting it. I know Dragon Ball GT isn't really like liked by a lot of fans, but I do like the fact that that's a thing. They're bringing in here for those people that do like them, and just to celebrate all of Dragon Ball. There's a lot of characters. I think it has like 70 at launch, which is insane for a fighting game. The only one that had that is like Smash Brothers, and even then, like Smash Brothers cast, it had to have DLC to really inflate that. So there's that. So Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is coming out October 11th, 2024, and you can pre-order it now. Next up is Super Zoo Story. Give me a second. 5 seconds. It just looks kind of like normal zoo simulator, built a sim type game. Cool, I guess. Fine. It just kind of looks kind of generic, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine, to be general. It just looks fine. Like it's a fine enough concept, but I think there's been a million other zoo story set games. It's just kind of just eh. I think that's the best way to put it. Just eh. So yeah, no. I don't know. Super Sue Story just has just I don't know. Doesn't really interest me. It hasn't released it, so let's kind of move on to Greedfall 2: The Dying World. Did there go gameplay for this game? Am I? I don't think I did. Man, I'm good. What the fuck? I don't remember this game at all. I'm not getting anything like pictures or anything. So I guess very forgettable. They probably didn't show any gameplay. That I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It didn't interest me. Like it didn't captivate me. It didn't really interest me. I don't really care. I really don't care about this game. So yeah, there's my Greedfall 2 opinion. Its early access is coming out September 24th, 2024. And next up is Carmen Sandiego. So I didn't know that Carmen Sandiego was based on a video game, but apparently in this game, this is the first time ever you'll be actually able to play as Carmen Sandiego, and instead of catching her, and here you're trying to play as her catching other thieves, or stealing from other, I don't know, stealing from other thieves. It's cool enough. It's based on the Netflix series that came out a while ago. So like, cool, I guess. Actually, I should look that up. Carmen Diego. With educational elements, makes sense. It's based on. It's based on that. Cool, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it looks cool. It's interesting enough. It's made by Netflix, which it's going to be on Netflix. Kind of like I don't know why Netflix is doing this like weird games all of a sudden. They're tapping into that market, and it's just kind of not good. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, Carmen Sandiego. The game looks fine, I guess, and it's coming out in the first quarter of 2021. So that's in January to March. Next up is the Karate Kid Street Rumble, which is a Karate Kid based beat 'em up. I've always loved beat 'em ups. I love beat 'em up games. They always look pretty. They're always pretty good. And doing a Karate Kid one is a bit weird, but it kind of makes sense a little. So yeah, no, it looks cool, but they didn't really show much about it, and it's fine. They're always kind of goofy 90s stuff. That's when they were really most popular. So it's nice to see one that can embrace that sort of thing. Yeah, this is coming out in September 20th, 2024. And our final announcement is Lightyear Frontier Neighbors and Animals update. So yeah, no, this one looks interesting. Like having this like getting help from different people and also raising alien animals. That's great. That's very interesting. That's very cool. Um, and honestly, yeah, no, like yeah, it's a lot of stuff. This game, I don't know what the game is about, but you know, this really interests me and see like to see what this game is really about. So you know, I do I do like it. Like I do like this type of game, and I think that it reminds me a lot of like now that I think about it, it reminds me a lot of like Bug Snacks gameplay. So yeah, honestly, yeah, and I did like I did like that gameplay. I really did. Yeah, that's cool that we're seeing this. Yeah. Anyways, Lightyear Frontier, the Neighbors and Animals update is coming out at the end of September. Yeah. That's it from me, consumers. For announcement from like every single topic theme, I guess from here would I guess by default be like Arcane because the others are the special topics. For movies, I did really like talking about Megalopolis and Stalker Shot the Zone. And for gaming, I guess Wisdom, Brothership, Dead Verloc was really fun. Got the trials. I'm excited for to see how it goes. And Lightyear Frontier, yeah, those are really fun. Anyways, if you have any opinions on any of the on any of these topics that I talked about, leave in the comments below. All of our socials are in the description. And yeah, no, that's that's about it. See ya.